I forgive you, thing.
Ah! Hey, what's up, humans? Welcome back to Jade Empire. This is episode 13. And in the last episode, we debated with none other than John Cleese, who, when losing the debate, decided that fighting us was a good idea, which never is. And then he left. So that was great. That's some...
This can't be happening. My business is finished. I'm finished. I can't sell upgrades if I can't find supplies. I'm ruined. Finished.
He's talking. Hengu.
What? Oh, you. You're the one with the flyer, aren't you? Forgive my impertinence, but do you own that flyer, perhaps?
Yes, I own it. Why do you want to know?
I am Hingu, a mechanic and a businessman. I supply upgrades to people fortunate enough to have flyers. However, I have had some trouble attaining parts of late. My previous associate went on a trip to retrieve valuable parts and never returned.
And now you want me to help you, I suppose.
I need someone brave, someone who is a capable pilot. The missions I have are dangerous, but the rewards are worth it. I will pay you good silver, and I can sell you parts for your flyer, to make it better.
What? Make it better? This is the finest ship of its kind. I should know. I made it. You're just a fix-it man. What would you know about ships?
I have been working on flyers since they first started appearing in the Empire. I take these rickety contraptions and make them into something amazing.
Rickety? There has never been a flyer more solid than the marvelous dragonfly. Rickety? Your wits are the only thing rickety around here.
Enough! Just tell me what you want me to do.
I have some supplies in the North Provinces that I need to pick up immediately. We've had trouble with bandits up there, so it might be tricky. If you could bring me those supplies, I'd have the parts necessary to upgrade your flyer. What do you say?
You've got a deal.
Very good. Here's your wind map. It'll show you where to go. I'll also pay extra if you get rid of those bandits plaguing the area.
Whoa. I didn't want to be in this. So, I hope you like the new camera angle here. Oops. Kamikaze!
Whoa, that was close. We need to end
What
this.
is happening? It took half my health.
Okay, another impact and we start losing pieces. Abandon the fight.
Disengage. Anyway, I have a new background. I mean, it's the same background, but yeah, you can see me. I'm facing the camera now as opposed to looking at the side of my face, but I don't have the green screen over there. So I just decorated it as well as I could. So you got, stuff here, lightsaber. Turn on lightsaber. I got my potion, my lightsaber, my Omni tool, and my PS3 with the N7 armor on it. That lightsaber is not supposed to be red. It's just running out of battery. So it does that, which I think is cool. Public notice. Public notice. Notification of removal. Mechanic Hingu, proprietor, remained, remand into Ministry of Harmony custody for failure to pay debts owed. Pending investigation by Lotus Assassin Inquisitors, proprietor is suspected of crimes dangerous to the security of the Empire and of unlawful use of airships to those ends. Report anyone known to associate with this treasonous scum to the appropriate authorities. Weird.
These bounties won't collect.
If you need assistance, buy the Outcriers near the Imperial Arena.
These bounties won't. Collect themselves. These bounties. Greetings, citizen. Imperial Captain Sen at your service. Are you one of the mercenaries come to help me track down some criminal scum?
Why would you think that?
I was told that there were some new warriors in town looking for work, though none of them matched your description. Admittedly, you don't resemble the ones described to me, but they're several days late. No doubt they'll blame it on the foolish ghost stories.
What criminals do you need help with?
Criminals with lucrative bounties on their heads. I need help tracking down a pair of criminals. Are you interested in a little well-paying work?
I'm interested. Just tell me what you need.
These two scoundrels have eluded my best efforts, so I'm turning to bounty hunters. It's harder to run when your pursuers are not in a uniform. I'm searching for an arsonist and a notorious confidence man. Find and eliminate either one, and there's a standard bounty in it for you.
I'm too good for standard rates. Offer me something better.
Do you people have some sort of code that requires each one of you to bargain about this sort of thing?
If everyone else is bargaining, you must have extra silver set aside for me, too.
Crafty. Well, since you've seen to the heart of the matter, I'll accept your point. I'll add an extra percentage to both bounties and find some way to justify the extra cost to the Ministry of Harmony.
At that price, I'm happy to help.
A wise decision. The two criminals are Fading Moon and Creative Yukong. Fading Moon is an arsonist who was last spotted heading for the Necropolis. Creative Yukong has virtually disappeared, though we may be able to learn something from Lady Rento, the wife of the man Yukong bilked. She's in the Imperial Arena.
All right. I want to hear about Fading Moon.
Fading Moon is an arsonist. Her first fires were in the poor quarters, but her last one spread to the Market District Gate. Last we heard, she'd escaped to the Necropolis.
Why was nothing done to catch her earlier?
Well, as I said, she confined them to the poor districts. She would have been impossible to catch in that rat's nest. More frankly, there isn't enough money to make it worth my effort.
Could I see the scene of the crime?
The gates between here and the poorer districts will be closed for some time while repairs are underway. There's nothing particular about the scene of the crime, just ash.
Let's hear about Creative Yukong.
Yukong fleeced some silver from Lord Rento, a powerful man in the Ministry of Harmony. Yukong is a master of disguise, and he has hidden himself somewhere in the city. Lord Rento is away on court business, but his wife informed me that she'd be in the heart of the Empire in the Imperial Arena if we needed her. You could start there.
What could she tell me?
She knows the details of the theft better than I. Lord Rento was reluctant to discuss them. Yukong could be anywhere or anyone, and Lady Rento is the only lead we have.
All right, enough about the bounties.
What else can I help you with?
I should go.
Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
I should go. I should go. All right. So, here we are. Just working our way through all the quests available to us. Have they imprisoned this man? No.
I know you did it, Ling. It's just a matter of proving it to the minister.
Get off that pillar.
Don't worry, Sung Tao. I'm doing everything I can to prove you're innocent.
I'd love to speak with you, but Prefect Jitong gets very edgy when people question his suspects. He's looking for some dedicated citizen to help him in his investigations. If you could clear this mess up, I'd certainly be grateful.
Good day to you. Are you here to help my friend, Prefect Jitong, with this little difficulty we're having? Oh, no, I suppose you aren't. Well, then I really shouldn't be speaking to you. I don't want to make his job any harder than it is already.
Okay.
Good day, miss. Are you the new investigator I sent for?
Yes.
No, I can tell from your attire that you're not from the ministry. Oh, this is terrible. Everyone I send for disappears. There are powers at work here that are beyond my means to control.
Who are you?
I am Prefect Jitong. It is my duty to ensure that convicted criminals in the city are sentenced appropriately. But there are complications with my current trial. I have in my custody a suspected slave trader, Chandler Ling, but one of the high-ranking ministers is trying to get him released, and he wants me to convict another man. The man they want to accuse, Scholar Sun Tao, is a friend of mine, and I'm certain of his innocence. I need you to find proof so I can present it to the Minister of Justice.
All right, where should I start?
So, you'll help me? That's wonderful. All I need, really, is proof. Proof that Ling is indeed involved with the slave traders. If I can't prove Ling's guilt, I'll be forced to sentence Sung Tao to death. But every time I ask someone to discover the truth, they disappear or turn up dead. Our best lead is Zibao, the last person known to have spoken with Ling before his arrest. But Bao knows me and my men. He won't talk to us.
What's Zibao's connection to Chandler Ling?
I have no idea. The two men were seen together before we arrested Ling, but I have no other information about Zibao. He spends most of his time in the heart of the Empire Tavern, and he doesn't seem to have dealings with anyone else besides Chandler Ling. I know if I went to speak with him, I would get nowhere, but you could speak to him without raising suspicion.
I want to know about Scholar Song Tao.
I've known Scholar Song Tao for several years. His uncle and my father were good friends. I only wish I knew why the governor wants him accused of this crime. If you want to know more about Song Tao, you should speak with him yourself.
Tell me about Chandler Ling.
Chandler Ling is a well-respected businessman and merchant here in the city. Until recently, I had no reason to suspect him of any wrongdoing. When I investigated Ling's shop, I found a valuable knife that I had purposely entrusted to one of my men, a man who has since disappeared. Chandler Ling had a knife belonging to a man whose body couldn't be found. That was all the evidence I required.
Tell me about the slave traders.
I wish there was something concrete I could tell you. They're like a whisper on the wind or a shifting shadow. You think you see something, and then there's nothing. Whoever is behind the slavers must have a great deal of power. To remain that invisible is a hard thing to do.
Alright, I'll go find Zebao then.
Good. Look for him in the heart of the Empire Tavern. It's upstairs at the Imperial Arena. Don't scare him away. If we lose him, we lose our last connection to Ling.
Quest received. Black Leopard School.
Do you really think we'll find Second Brother here in the city?
Why ask me? I don't even want to be here. Second Brother probably decided he didn't want to listen to Master Radiant anymore, and left to get some peace.
Never! Second Brother is devoted to Master Radiant. If anything, I suspect Master Smiling Hawk had something to do with his disappearance.
What? You dare accuse Master Smiling Hawk?
Quiet, you worms. You're here to look for Second Brother, not bicker like school children. Now get moving.
We're out of school.
You're a fool if you believe what Master Smiling Hawk teaches. Brute force is not always the best way to win a battle.
Oh, and Master Radiant's ways are better? I don't think so. Brute force is the only way to get what you want, and I can prove it.
How?
I'll show you. Hey you! What do you think you're doing here? Get out of here or we'll throw you out!
Do it. I'm just visiting. Please let me pass.
Ha! You sound like my weakling friend over here. Oh, please let me pass? No.
Okay.
Now, how about you just turn yourself around before you get hurt?
How about you let me pass?
You don't hear so well, do you? Maybe we'll just have to show you what we mean. Come on, let's teach our visitor some respect.
Where the hell is the little girl? Hey, leave our novices alone. If you want to fight, you can fight me.
Peace, third brother. That is no way to treat a guest.
guest. This guest just attacked our novices, and you're just going to look the other way? You are just like Master Radiant, weak and...
Enough. Leave us, third brother, before you disgrace the school and yourself, and take these novices with you.
Yes, first brother, I apologize for my outburst. Come on, you louts. You'll be scrubbing the dining room floors for your part in this little altercation.
I'm very sorry about that. We are not accustomed to having visitors. My name is First Brother Kai. Welcome to the Black Leopard School.
Greetings. I apologize if I've caused any problems.
No, nothing more than usual. Normally this kind of thing would never happen. Fortunately, you seemed more than capable of handling the situation. In all my years, I've never seen anyone but a master with skills like yours. I would not normally ask, but would you be interested in joining our school? It would be an honor to have someone of your skill.
Why would I want to join your school?
Well, it's obvious that you can fight, and I assume you want to improve like all fighters do. Even someone of your skill could find a challenge or two here. The school provides a safe place to practice against different opponents with different styles. You will no doubt catch the eye of one of the masters. They know unique styles and would likely teach you, if you impress them.
Yes, I think I'd like to join the school.
Excellent. I must speak with the masters on your behalf. They are the final judge of such matters. Wait here.
Okay. I'll just stand here, I guess.
Good news. Master Radiant agreed to let you join. A rare honor indeed. In fact, he would like to meet with you once you have proven yourself.
Okay.
First, however, Master Radiant wants to ensure that your fight against the novices was not just luck. You must now defeat each of the brothers here at the school.
Okay. Why do I have to prove myself?
Master Radiant does not want to waste his time on someone who is unprepared. If you can defeat each of us, then you are ready to learn from a master. You have proven you can defeat our novices. Now you must prove yourself against the brothers. The brothers have trained long and are second only in skill to the masters. Sixth brother is the least skilled, so you will start with him. Work your way to third brother. If you succeed against him, you will then challenge me.
Sorry. Good, I like a challenge.
You'll find plenty of challenges here, I assure you. I must be honest with you. I believe Master Radiant has a plan in allowing you to join us. As you may have heard, there are 2 masters at this school. Master Radiant and I have tried for some time to temper Master Smiling Hawk's ways. He is cunning and ruthless, and has little regard for students. Normally I wouldn't speak openly about such things, but you are new, and your skill will draw his attention. Be careful. Master Smiling Hawk is a dangerous man.
Why does Master Radiant tolerate him?
It is complicated. If you prove yourself, I'm sure that Master Radiant will be more than happy to explain it to you. For now, be careful and focus on defeating the brothers. Start with sixth brother and ask him to fight with you. I'm sure he'll be eager. Once you've defeated all the brothers, come and see me. Good luck.
Quests. That's you. You must be defeated, Gaoshan. Scroll stand. Black Leopard style. Zhou Hao grew up in a small fishing village in the south. His uncle was a great warrior, but he died when Zhou Hao was still quite young. The young man longed to learn the ways of his uncle, but his parents did not want him to get involved in such a dangerous life. Despite their caution, Zhou Hao used his uncle's incomplete journals and notes to teach himself how to fight, eventually creating his own techniques to fill in the blanks. His new style was eventually called Black Leopard style, and it was one of the most formidable styles of his time. I gotta learn that. I gotta learn that. Made it to a school. Close the doors. Don't mind me. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just sitting there, huh? I'm sitting there waiting. Fuck your vases. Another scroll stand, and this is as far as this goes. Master Black Leopard. By the time Zohao was 20, he had already mastered his new style. Rather than leave his small home, he decided to start a school and have the students come to him. Word slowly spread throughout the south of a new master teaching a unique style. In time, the school became one of the most powerful in all the south, and Zohao soon became known as Master Black Leopard. Though he gained many eager students, Zohao never gave away all the secrets of Black Leopard style, believing instead that his students should create for themselves a new style out of the basics, just as he had. Black Leopard style died with Master Black Leopard, and no one since has been able to learn his deepest secrets. Don't lock your doors. Novice Feng and Novice Bo.
You may have defeated us, but Third Brother will teach you what real fighting is like.
We may be novices, but we're still skilled. Your lucky Third Brother stopped that fight when he did.
Novice Han Tao.
You certainly taught us a thing or two about fighting. I'm just glad you didn't hurt us too badly.
And Novice Shen.
It was foolish of us to challenge you earlier. I apologize for my impudence.
Apology accepted. Never do that again. Student.
You filthy little swine! Look what you've done! Do you think I have nothing better to do than to clean up after you pigs all day long?
Yes, mistress. No, mistress.
Get out! Get out of here before I break your skull open, you little rat! This isn't a public restaurant. We only serve the students here. You'll have to go back to the city if you're hungry.
Actually. Well, am I a student yet? I was looking over here at the camera. Am I a student yet? For having done that? For having to prove myself and all that? Just a second. I had to close some stuff. Actually, I am a student.
Well, good for you. Do you want me to bake a special dessert in your honor?
Sure. Could I ask you some questions?
Questions about what? Go ask your teacher if you have questions.
You're mean. Tell me more about yourself.
Me? Is this some ploy to get an extra serving of fish in your soup tonight? It won't work, you know. But since you asked. I am the headmistress here at the school. I organize everything that these witless fighters forget to do. Paperwork, laundry, cooking, you name it. It's a thankless job. Never so much as a smile or a wave as I labor over my work. If it wasn't for me, this place would fall apart.
Tell me about the Black Leopard School.
You're the student, you tell me. What is there to tell? The boys come and learn to fight, and they think that's all there is to the world. Learning and fighting. They are very good at both, but put any one of them in a room with a lady and they just wither away. I'm surprised they even let you join. Never seen a girl in here except to help with the cooking or the cleaning. I hope you knock some sense into those boys.
This is my daughter. Her name is Wildflower. What do you know about the masters?
Masters? Ha! I'm the only master of this school. Those other two hide in their rooms all day long doing who knows what. How can you be master of anything when you never participate? It's unnatural. Of course, it wasn't always that way, or at least that's what I've heard. There was only one master once. Makes sense to me. Too many cooks in the kitchen, as I always say.
I must be going. Goodbye.
Good. I have work to do.
And third brother Renshin. You haven't accomplished nearly enough to warrant my attention. Maybe you'll be good enough one day. I haven't fought anyone yet. Besides these novices. These dumb fuck novices. Alrighty. We fight you.
So you're the one who was challenging our novices earlier. That might impress Master Radiant, but it won't get you noticed by Master Smiling Hawk. I'm 6th Brother Gao Shan. If you think you can defeat a disciple of Master Smiling Hawk, challenge me. I assure you, I'm much tougher than the novices.
Tell me about the Black Leopard School.
So you'd rather talk than fight. It's students like you that are giving the Black Leopard School a bad name. Master Radiant teaches patience and peace. What's the point? Why study for years to be a great fighter if you're not allowed to use your skills? Master Smiling Hawk believes in using our power to take what we want. He's the true master of Black Leopard School.
And that
I've already told you more than I should. Now do you want to fight or not?
Hold up, dude. It's like that is exactly why you are the 6th brother and not a 2nd brother. It's because you suck.
Alright, follow me.
Where are we going? Up front? Oh, you slowed me, you dickbag. You can barely hurt me. Hey, you can piss right off, sir. We're both slowed now. So you were using Heavenly Wave against me. You suck.
That was lucky. I'll be ready for you next time.
It's official. You suck. Why aren't you helping?
You again. I'll fight
Nice
you again
crotch
if you
shot.
want, but maybe you should try 5th Brother next, if you haven't already. It's up to you.
Where is 2nd brother?
How should I know? He's probably licking Master Radiant's sandals. He was always such a devoted follower of that man.
Man. Alright, I need to go. Goodbye.
Do what you want. I'm always up for a fight. Just find me when you're ready.
I already fought you. I'm gonna lose again. First brother Kai.
Good work defeating sixth brother. Now you can move on to fifth brother. Is there something I can help you with in the meantime?
No, I should get back to fighting.
Wise decision. Your next opponent is fifth brother Shang Jin. Once you've defeated all the brothers, come and see me. Good luck.
Can I be a brother? Alright, dude. Fifth brother's room. Fifth brother Shang Jin.
You must be the new student. I'm fifth brother Shang Jin. There's been quite a stir regarding your entry into the school. Most unorthodox.
Yes, woman and all.
It would seem Master Radiant is up to his tricks again. Regardless, you've defeated sixth brother, so we can spar. Would you care to try your skills against mine?
As long as you don't have these, preconceptions here. So you're the fifth brother because you don't believe that full force and jumping into action is something like that, right? It's like you should do that. Tell me about the Black Leopard School.
The Black Leopard School is the most respected school in all the Empire, but we are losing that respect. The school has strong leadership, but we currently suffer from having too many leaders. 2 masters is one too many. I don't mind Master Radiant, but he is too detached and too passive. Master Smiling Hawk could regain our respect if Master Radiant would let him.
What do you think happened to second brother?
I have no idea, though he was very vocal in condemning Master Smiling Hawk. Perhaps he grew tired of all the bickering here and decided to leave. I know if I was a follower of Master Radiant, I would likely get very bored, very quickly. Maybe he just decided to go to a new school, somewhere more peaceful.
Alright, I want to challenge you to a fight.
Good. Follow me.
Let's fight right here, dude. Oh, I see. Come back over here.
Thank you for the opportunity to learn from you. Goodbye.
Sorry. That's it. Talk to me again. It's official. You suck.
You are indeed an apt pupil. I didn't think you could beat me so soon after joining the school. You should try your skills against fourth brother, if you haven't already. Of course. Please return if you wish to spar. Good day.
Too easy.
That was quite a fight with fifth brother. Fourth brother is eagerly awaiting his chance. Is there something I can help you with in the meantime?
No.
A good idea. Once you
Fighting, 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 fighting. Alright, fourth brother you.
Hello, my name is fourth brother Yu, and you must be the new prodigy. First brother told us to watch out for you. He said that you're very talented. Since you've defeated fifth brother, perhaps you'd let me decide just how talented you are. Care for a match?
What do you think happened to second brother?
I've been trying to find that out myself. I even sent a few of the students into the city to see if they could discover the truth. Master Smiling Hawk was the last to speak with second brother, though I still don't know what they discussed. It's no secret that they disliked each other. Third brother told me that Master Smiling Hawk sent second brother into the city on an errand, but nobody saw him leave the school. I fear second brother has run into trouble, and I suspect Master Smiling Hawk is behind it all.
Tell me about the Black Leopard School.
Well, the school is the best of its kind in all the Empire. I consider myself very fortunate to be a student here. That's not to say that we don't have our problems. Having two masters is a bit unusual, and it seems to slow the progress of the school. Master Radiant is a great leader, but he never comes out of his room anymore. Master Smiling Hawk, on the other hand, well, I shouldn't say anything about that.
Alright, I'd like to challenge you to a fight.
Let's go then.
I want to try another style.
Horse demon form.
Horse demon form. I can't see at all.
Very impressive. I can see the masters were right to let you train with us. Well, thank you for the fight.
Okir okun wan pifir ir witiwik ir wosa ir sonkut.
So you've defeated fourth brother Yu. Finally. You'll get your chance to see what a real fighter can do soon enough. I'm sure you are very skilled, third brother. Don't patronize me. I'm not falling for your false flattery. Master Smiling Hawk wants to see you. He sent me to escort you. Follow me. I'm not interested in meeting with him. Then you are a fool, but I suppose I already knew that. Master Smiling Hawk has even less patience than I do. Let's go. Bye.
Thank you, third brother. That is all. You are dismissed.
Yes, Master Smiling Hawk.
So, you are the new student I have heard so much about. Rarely does someone so young display the ability that you have shown. I noticed that you did not come from one of our usual schools. Do you mind if I asked you who your real master is?
Why do you want to know?
You have talent. And with second brother's death, we have need of a new brother.
What happened to second brother?
I asked him to do something for me. He refused.
Ah.
Let me be blunt. Master Radiant is holding this school back. He's holding me back. Radiant is weak. He follows the way of harmony. His methods are slow and pitiful. This school belongs to me. I want Master Radiant removed, and you're the one to do it. You have certain abilities that will enable you to defeat my rival.
Why do you need me to help you?
Master Radiant is resistant to my style. But you are something different. I could sense it as soon as you arrived. You are the only one here capable of defeating Master Radiant. And rest assured, I will reward you extremely well for ridding me of him. To begin with, you'll have to deal with First Brother Kai. Destroy him, and you'll only be left with Radiant. But together, they would be too powerful.
And what do I get in return for all this?
Do as I ask, and I will teach you things that no one else can. I also have a few rare items that should appeal to you.
How come I don't get to talk with the other guy?
Simply kill First Brother and Master Radiant. The task is straightforward.
Kill them. You won't get any help from me.
You are a fool. You could have had everything. Instead, you will not survive your match with Third Brother. I will see to it. Now get out!
Roll my eyes at you. Aww. I'll never beat him, he says. Well, how about we do some of that, and do some of that, and be done with that. And then, sure, we can go for Storm Dragon. How about Horse Demon? Awesome. I won't beat him, huh? How are you gonna stop me? So 6, 7, 8. 8 is Storm Dragon, okay. I haven't chosen anyone. You are a fool to choose Radiant over the Smiling Hawk. You are also a fool enough to challenge me to a fight. Your talk is cheap, Third Brother. Let's fight. Ha! Master Smiling Hawk has given me new training. I'll enjoy watching you suffer.
Leaping Tiger, Storm Dragon. Leaping Tiger. Storm Dragon. Leaping Tiger. This is your end. Ice shot. Leaping Tiger. Storm Dragon.
Hit him. Hit him.
Heavenly Wave. Staff. Tucky.
Oh no you. Oh no you.
You cheated. You can't beat me. I'm better than you.
Do not disgrace yourself further, Third Brother. Accept your defeat and learn from it.
This isn't over. You'll both pay for this.
That was quite a match. I've never seen Third Brother Rinshan fight that well, and yet you still beat him.
Sorry, my dog was in the middle of a dream, and so she's... Third Brother was easy to defeat.
It certainly didn't look easy from where I was standing, but nevertheless, you did beat him.
Like, none of my health disappeared, really.
Master Radiant was sure you would prevail. He asked me to bring you to him once you defeated Third Brother. You won't have to test yourself against me after all.
Oh, come on.
Come, let's go see him. He is anxious to speak with you.
Oh, Jesus. He's dead? Come in, quickly, and shut the door behind you. It gets so cold and drafty in here. I can almost feel the wind blowing right through me. Ha! That was a joke, my young student. You are free to laugh if you feel so inclined. Ah, everyone is so serious around here these days. If there's one thing I've learned since I died, it's not to take yourself too seriously. It can all end in an instant, and then it's too late to enjoy your life. The Great Master Radiant is a ghost? Ha! I don't know about great, but yes, I am a ghost. Food for those worms, as they say. Now you'll be wondering why the school still follows a dead master, hmm? My spirit could not leave this place due to the way I was killed. First brother and I keep my death a secret. Well, he and second brother until his recent demise. The other students just think I'm an irritable old curmudgeon who doesn't like to be disturbed. Not too far from the truth, but no doubt you're wondering how I died. Actually, no, I'm not really interested. No. Yes, I would like to know. Good. It's nice to have an eager listener, unlike some people who nod their head and pretend to listen. Wouldn't you say, first brother?
Master, I never.
Oh, stuff it. It's not like I really expect you to listen. Talking just helps to keep my mind sharp. Now, where was I? Oh yes, the story of my demise. Before Master Smiling Hawk was a master, he was third brother Liu. He was a gifted student, although not a very good fighter. He preferred books and knowledge over combat, but his thirst for knowledge was unhealthy. Smiling Hawk was never content with his place here. Eventually he sought to move beyond his station and take what he had not yet earned. That's a dangerous path to tread. Very dangerous, especially for anyone who got in his way. At any rate, Smiling Hawk turned his considerable intellect to advancing himself. Smiling Hawk was smart, but he wasn't wise. He discovered a technique that allowed him to harness another person's style and power. This technique was unnatural. I reprimanded him and told him to stop dabbling in things he could not control. Of course, in my arrogance, I assumed he would obey my wise instructions, but Smiling Hawk had no intention of letting go of his newfound technique. Nod head and pretend to be listening. Power is hard to gain and even harder to let go. An excellent point, and one that very few people grasp. You may yet prove to be an excellent student. At any rate, Smiling Hawk decided to try out his technique on me. With my power, he could become first brother and more. But Smiling Hawk failed to realize the true nature of his technique. It does not merely borrow your skill and power, it takes your life. And so, with one stealthy encounter, Smiling Hawk not only gained my fighting powers, but also eliminated the one person who could challenge him. There's nothing more humiliating for a master than waking up and realizing you've been beaten by a bookworm, and in your own room, no less. What a shameless act of cowardice! Yes, but deadly just the same. There is a fine line between ambition and greed, need and lust. Smiling Hawk crossed the line and hasn't looked back since. Smiling Hawk chose the easy route to power, but it has cost him. The power has changed him and corroded his spirit, but it also makes him very powerful. First Brother and I have kept him in check, barely, but the balance slowly turns in his favor as he gains more and more power. So how can we stop him? That is precisely why I brought you here. You alone have the skill and strength to defeat Smiling Hawk. There is something different about you. As a spirit, I can see your power and its source. It is different for you than for anyone I have ever met. I won't tell you that Smiling Hawk cannot harm you, but I am certain that he cannot steal your power. Not the way he stole mine, at any rate. Why doesn't he just finish you off? Master Smiling Hawk's sole advantage is stealing others' powers, but he can't steal from me what he's already stolen, or so he believes. He has had no experience battling spirits, and he fears that he just may lose. He is driven by greed, but controlled by fear. Why don't you kill him yourself? He took my power, and the second brother's too. He is at least my equal now, if not more. If First Brother tries to aid me, Smiling Hawk would steal his power too. I am the only thing keeping him in check. If I fail to defeat him, there will be nothing standing in his way. For now, his fear of my powers as a spirit keep him at bay. Why doesn't Smiling Hawk just tell everyone you were dead? How would he explain it? How would he know I was dead? Unless, of course, he had something to do with it. To prove my death, he'd have to implicate himself. I will destroy the Smiling Hawk. Ha! Humility is not one of your strengths. Fortunately, you will not need humility against the Smiling Hawk. Good luck, young one. Be careful, but be courageous. I know you have what it takes to defeat Smiling Hawk. Where is the third brother? I need to talk to him about how I kicked his ass. No? Alright. Well, I'm going to take a quick break. And by quick break, I mean I'm going to be picking this up in the morning. So, and when we do that, we will be fighting Smiling Hawk. You're not helping, Wildflower. So yeah. Just a quick break. Alright, I'm back. For me, it's been an entire day. But for you, it was just a couple seconds. So, We've been tasked with taking out Smiling Hawk. What the hell? That is so strange. Look at that. Just standing here on the cusp lets you see that there is nothing inside. Then all of a sudden it renders. And the song changes. I have barely wasted any energy on you, brothers. Oh, God. Let's read some stuff. The Black Leopard School. After meeting with Master Radiant, you have decided to help him by killing Master Smiling Hawk. Plot items. We've already read all these, alright? We haven't gotten anything new recently. Except for missions. So the slave traders speak with Zibao. Prefect Jitong has 2 men in custody, but he believes that only one is associated with the mysterious slave traders. The prefect thinks Zibao might have something to do with the traders. You can find him in the heart of the Empire Tavern. Creative Yukong's Bounty. Imperial Captain Sen has tasked you with finding a confidence man on the run. Creative Yukong apparently bilked a sizable sum of silver out of a Lord Rento and is hiding somewhere in the Imperial City, possibly in disguise. Fading Moon's Bounty. Captain Sen of the Imperial Army has tasked you with tracking down an arsonist named Fading Moon. Okay. All right. So, let us begin by attacking a master of martial arts here. A martial style. He is very deadly, I guess. Can we go up here now? We already read this. So, if this man is dead, is he the one that created the Black Leopard style? Y'all are still just standing around. Alright, well we have nothing better to do than kill this guy.
I should have killed you sooner. You had such promise. But in the end, you were just like second brother. Soon you will share his fate as well.
I'm sure. Why do you hate Radiant so much?
Radiant is dead. His time has passed. Now is the time for the living. Help me destroy him and I will make this school more powerful than ever before. Now you see why I need you. You have the power to deal death to the spirits, to Radiant.
And you don't.
I will give you one chance to change your mind. Now that you have seen what Radiant truly is, help me remove him and I will reward you.
With silver. You are crazy if you think I'd join you.
I liked you, and I had so hoped we could come to some sort of agreement. But I suppose that just won't work. Now I will give you a demonstration of true skill. Unfortunately, you won't be around long enough to learn from it.
I saw it. Staff, leaping tiger.
You're weak. You're weak. Yes? She's attacking Master Smiling Hawk. I'm going to finish you off this time.
No, third brother. I have a much better use for you.
Master. No!
Now we will finish this.
I'm sure.
I saw it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Heavenly wave. Leaping tiger. Staff. I saw it.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Alright, that's it.
Horse demon form. Leaping tiger.
Master Smiling Hawk! You killed him!
I did. It was... He chose his fate. Attack me and your fate will be similar.
What? No! First Brother sent me to find you. He was worried Master Smiling Hawk's followers might overwhelm you. I can see that isn't the case.
No.
Master Radiant and First Brother are waiting for you. I'll go tell them that you survived.
I can tell them. Well done. Well done indeed. There's something about your fighting. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but it is most unique. Whatever it is, it serves you well. With Smiling Hawk gone, I can finally heed the call of my spirit. Much longer, and I would have been torn from this place forcibly.
Master, why must you leave? I still have so much to learn from you, and we need a strong master to rebuild the school.
Brother Kai, there are some things you must learn for yourself. As long as I stay here, I am holding you back. And besides, you are ready. You know enough, and what you don't know, you'll figure out. That is what it means to be a master. So I defeated Smiling Hawk, and he gets to be a master? Congratulations, First Brother, or should I say, Master? No, a wise choice. Kai will make an excellent master.
Thank you. If it wasn't for you, well, this never would have happened. It seems to me that you're the one who should receive this honor.
Don't let Kai's compliments go to your head. You did us a great favor, and you're welcome here anytime, but you're no master. What? What did I say? You are very likely the most skilled fighter I've ever known, but your path lies in a different direction. Many directions if you don't miss my guess. If I don't miss my guess. This school needs stability, and right now Kai offers that. One day, when your adventures are done, you'll make a great master. Until then. Your thanks is enough. Bah! Humility is overrated. I will offer something more than thanks. Before I leave, I'll teach you a style I learned in the spirit world. I was afraid to use it against Smiling Hawk. If he had stolen it from me, he would have been almost unstoppable. Well, are you interested in learning, or are you just going to stand there? Yes, I am very interested. Watch and learn. If you are as good as you seem, I should only have to show you once. The style you just learned is very rare. Its original master died centuries ago, but the spirits know it, and now you do as well. Is this Black Leopard style? I must be going. First Brother Kai will never truly be master until I am gone. The students must follow him, and him alone.
I would speak with you alone, Master Radiant, before you go. If you wait outside, I will join you in a minute. I have something I would like to offer you, and thanks for your help.
Farewell, and good luck, Master Radiant. Good luck to you as well. You'll need it. Paralyzing Palm. Ah, Heaven's Blessing Gem.
There you are. Master Radiant has gone, and I'm left to lead this school on my own. I'll miss him very much, but at least we are rid of Smiling Hawk. I wanted to thank you for all you've done, but I also wanted to show you some items that belong to Master Smiling Hawk. I thought you might find something of interest.
I'm glad I could help. Is there anything more I can do?
You're welcome to visit the school and spar with us whenever you like. The students need someone like you to knock some sense into them from time to time.
I want to practice fight.
Good. I could use a good fight right about now.
Rote of the Endless Mind and Gem of Inner Genius. Am I fighting you? Yay! Aha! Whoa! Dude. Okay, back up. Back it up. Go away. Go away. No. Aha! Oh, God.
Focus. You're in the Leaping Tiger. Ice Shot. Leaping Tiger.
What? Nothing after that? Come on. I finally beat you, Master.
You're welcome to visit the... And I should get back to the students. There is so much I need to do, I barely know where to begin. Thank you again for everything.
Thank you. Love learning new styles. So this guy's just dead here. What are you going to do about it? He kicked me out of wall. Hey.
It's about time somebody dealt with that rogue Smiling Hawk. Of course, now I have to clean up the mess you two made.
There's a dead man in the doorway. Shen!
It is a shame that blood was shed, but the school is better off without Smiling Hawk.
Han Tao!
I'm glad Master Smiling Hawk is gone. That man terrified me.
Did you know that he killed Master Radiant? Oh, it can't be opened at this time. Okay.
I'm not really surprised that you defeated Smiling Hawk. Your skills are absolutely amazing.
Thank you. I need to go.
As you wish. If you'd like to try a match later, come and see me.
You are beneath me. You gotta learn more. Closing your door. So we got some very interesting items. Not in there. So we still need this guy, which I think we've already met him, and he's the guy who can get us upgrades for Kang's Marvelous Dragonfly. I haven't spoken to Zinbu in a long time. Then we have 2 more squad mates. 2 more. Paralyzing Palm. Remap. See what that does. Here it is. Gem of Inner Genius. And Heaven's Blessing. Damage Shield. Only followers of the Way of the Open Palm may use this gem. This gem surrounds you in aura of wind, and an aura of wind that damages any who attack you. Its effect is constant while the gem is equipped. I can't use that, right? So many gems. All right. So this school is done. And again, thanks for your non-help, Wildflower. Literally doing this on my own. I'm gonna go get a new person. This is bullshit. Or am I literally only soloing everything in this game right now?
You're a princess, eh? You don't look like any nobility I've ever seen.
And what, pray tell, does nobility look like to a wine-soaked sot like you?
Wide-eyed and terror-stricken when I kick in their doors. Well, I guess that's why you live in a palace in the sky. Not so easy to break those doors down.
Be careful how you address the Emperor's daughter.
What? I said she wasn't like the nobility I'm used to. Besides, if she wanted to be pampered, she wouldn't be here.
If I
That's true.
required your approval, I'm sure I would be grateful.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. I know that we don't all get along. So this is sort of weird how we're doing the fightings. So if I bring Henpecked Ho here with me, he doesn't fight. He just throws wine at me. And then I do drunken style. Dawnstar and I'm going to assume Sky. We haven't brought Sky. We will probably bring Sky. The Black Whirlwind, maybe Silk Fox. I know Sagacious Zoo is also a fighter. But some of them don't want to fight.
My blades are yours to command.
Excellent. I have many items just waiting for you.
100% chance to evade traps. Tiger Mantra. I will purchase that. A vial of sulfurous water. I will purchase that. Legendary Strike Style. I will purchase that. And another one for Open Palm, huh? They really want you to go down that route of Open Palm. Let me sell some things that I have. Multiples of. I do not even want these. I think if it says inferior, it shouldn't be in my inventory. So, let's see, I will do all the inferior ones now. Wait, is it flawed? That's, okay, even flawed would be one to get rid of. Well, yeah. Flawed Scholar Gem, sell. Flawed Scholar Gem. Inferior, sell. Flawed Monk Gem, sell. Inferior Intimidation Gem, sell. Inferior Monk Gem, sell. Okay. Ultimate. All right. Go back to buy. So we'll need this golden tongue. Why does it do that? Like, shut up. got some stuff. We're ultra powerful. Come on, Sky. It's a fighting style, right? And so we also have a legendary strike. We're going to put it on 0. And then we need to level up so we can put points into it. Boy. Commoner. All right. So we got people. We're looking for the people. You're just standing there.
My father lived through the drought. He can attest to the marvelous change Emperor Sun Hai has brought to the Empire.
Boring. Lots of people lived through the drought. You don't need to brag. Where's that one guy?
Hello again. What can I do for you today? Here you go. There's quite a lot, so take your time.
Need this sword. We need a sword. All right, so we're going to go back in here. Did I read this? Welcome, dear traveler, to the illustrious Imperial City, the heart of civilization in the world and seat of power for the Jade Empire. In this fine city, the wonders of the modern age are plain for all to see. Walk down the expansive boulevards, shop at the many fine booths and stores, and see how the most advanced and civilized people in the world live. You will be awed and amazed by the sights of the city. Explore the Imperial City for the experience of a lifetime. We did not read it. To the Golden Way. So they're going to be like interruptions now because we need to go into the catacombs. I know that for sure. We can handle it. I'm sure of it. We spent a lot of time in this section the last time that we were here. Sure we read that. I'm sure of it. Can we go in here now? Look! Lame, as always. There was something, I believe, we had to talk with someone up here. Is it here? No. You met Scholar Six Heavens in Tian's Landing, and he made it clear that he needs assistance. He does not, however, want your aid, as he felt you were too much of a follower of the Way of the Open Palm when you first met him. Oh. Oh. Scholar Dungao. I mean, like, oh yeah, we already read that. I don't want to go in the sneaky way. I want to go in fighting. That's what I want.
You are gaining many friends in this city, my friend. Defeating the Outlander in a debate and in combat is quite an accomplishment.
Thank you.
No doubt the philosophers are somewhat less impressed with your feats of physical prowess. I, for one, think your skills are quite remarkable.
Thank you. May I ask you some questions?
Certainly. We can't learn without asking questions. How can I help you today?
Can you tell me where to find the Inquisitor Recruiter?
What? That's quite a question. I'm not sure who told you, but I'd appreciate it if you would keep your voice down when asking those kinds of questions. Nobody here suspects me to be anything but an overzealous scholar, and I'd like to keep it that way. So you want to know about the Recruiter? You have a flying machine, do you not? Yes, I know about that. Go back to the landing area and someone will meet you there.
Why should we meet there?
The location is public, yet relatively private. Common folk are not welcome on the landing area, so there will be no crowds to hide spies or an ambush.
How do I know this isn't a trap?
If the Lotus Assassins wanted you dead, your life would be over before you even knew you were in danger.
And that's not true so far, so, I mean, come on. I want to ask you some questions.
I don't think so. I've already told you what you need to know. I'm not about to risk being discovered just to make you feel at ease.
They already know about you. That means one of two things. Either the princess is exceptionally good at spreading rumors, or they're desperate for new people. The safe bet's on both of those being true. I don't think you'll have any trouble catching the attention of the Inquisitors.
What makes you so sure?
It's clear that they don't know your real identity, and your skills are obvious. This Inquisitor will be more interested in you than he'll let on. I'm not even sure if you needed to talk to Dongao to catch his attention.
Just watch my back. I don't trust this Inquisitor.
That is the wisest thing you could have said. Especially, well, the Inquisitors are not dealt with lightly. Let's get back to the flyer as soon as we can.
I don't want to. Is that the... Oh, I'm full. Okay. Is that the way it's gonna go now because I made a mistake? Why is Sky so flirty? We're gonna do something because we need to do it. No holding back. I'm sure we can gain money for competing in the arena. Well, we should probably do the other stuff first. I'm gonna go in here. Well, here we are, Sky. Hopefully you're ready to fight. I haven't seen you fight yet. There are ghosts here. I see dead people. To the Golden Way. Yes, I just came from there. Hello?
Kill.
I ain't afraid of you. Get the other one, Sky. I'll deal with this masked freak. And then I will come help you. You're trapped in a corner. You're trapped in a corner. Yeah, right there.
Well, stranger, you have some spirit to you. You fight like a demon. Those poor lost souls didn't stand a chance against you. I could use the skills of a woman like you. Normally, I don't think much of a woman in my line of work, but I think you can help me with a problem I've been having. My name is Shen. I'm the first gravedigger here. It's my job to look over the Necropolis and make sure all the peaceful souls are laid to rest.
Are you a cannibal? What do you want?
I've got to dig the holes, fill them, and balance the books and everything. Nice, proper burials. But now, with all these ghosts rising again, I've got problems.
Yeah, you didn't do your job right.
No one seems to want to stay dead, and I can't go refunding all the burial money to all the families of the ghosts now. I can't afford it.
You spent all that money?
I just want you to do a little job for me. Nothing hard. Just put the ghosts back where they belong. Quiet them down a bit. Well, there'll be a little bit in it for you as well, don't worry. Can't have you going away empty-handed now, can we?
This isn't Dark Souls. Stop laughing.
What do you say?
Why are all these spirits causing trouble?
Trouble? Well, they've always been trouble. Every few years, one would act up and we'd have to have some monks come by and put them down. But now they're coming up all over the place. The last few years they've been becoming more and more common, and more of a problem as well. Especially for me. They don't take too kindly when I try to, tidy up their coffins and things. But it also means I can't use those areas of the Necropolis. It's too dangerous now. So, you interested?
Hey, hold on. I have more questions. How long has this been going on?
Well, forever. There's always someone who doesn't rest too easy in their grave. Not here, anyway. Every couple years, some ghost would rise up and the monks would come and put him down. But now they're coming up all over the place. The last few years, they've been becoming more and more common, and more of a problem as well. Especially for me.
Okay.
So, you...
What makes you think I can do this?
I've seen you fight. You put that spirit down good and proper. Better than the monks who used to come here, even. I reckon you've had training in this sort of thing. But you don't look like a monk, so you probably don't have their scruples about money either. I come by a lot of valuables in my line of work. I can pay well. So, you interested?
You keep asking me that. Yeah.
Great! Now those ghosts will know who's boss around here. Just bring themselves back up as fast as I can put them in. I'll give you a reward for any ghosts you take care of. You can make good money that way. There are 3 main ghosts to deal with. Miss Chan, Merchant Bai, and Mr. Ren. I'll give you a reward for each, of course. I know a bit about them, but not that much. If you need a little something to give you an extra edge, I'm sure I can part with some trinkets I've found. I mean, it's not like they'll need them anymore.
Let me see what you're selling.
Well, you know, a few things here and there. They just sort of fall into my hands. They don't need them anymore, eh?
Well, is that why they're doing this? I think it's wrong that you've been stealing from the graves here.
Eh? It's not like they need any of that anymore. Feel some compassion for them, do you? Maybe you don't have what it takes to do my job.
I have what it takes. I'll do your job.
Then you're no better than me. We both just do the best we can with what we're given, so let's just leave it at that. Is there anything else you wanted?
Are you gonna show me your wares? Let me see.
If you need to find me again, I'll be at my house down the road.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna loot your house.
Help! One of those damn spirits came up right in my backyard. The stupid thing won't let anyone get by. It's got my tools and everything. Just kill the damn thing.
It's dead already. How do you kill something which is dead already? What you got in here? Aura of Malice gem. And some money. Can you get back and actually hit him? Oops. Good job. We melted that person. I like melting people. Reward, now. Oh. It's dead then? Good. I knew that old bag would try to come back for me someday, but she wouldn't have guessed I'd have someone like you on my side. You knew that ghost?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. She was my mother-in-law. Never once in her life did she say a kind word to me, and now she tried to keep at me even in death. You got what you deserved! Do you hear me? You deserved it! But any good job deserves a reward, of course. Here you go. She had some nice things in her grave, too. Since she's gone, I guess she won't be keeping me from them anymore.
What a nice home life you must have. You're married?
Ugly people need love, too. Now, go and find those ghosts I told you about. Can't get a good day's work done with them still around.
Mournful soul. At least it's not something useless. Okay. Wow! Quite the place. Where does this go? Interesting. Aha! Someone wants to die. Can you get in there? You're dead-ish. Scroll stand. About these statues, I assume. The Nature of the Spirit, Volume 3. Did I miss 2? The folk tales surrounding the disappearance of the monk did not disturb me. The mines had been inactive for a century or more, and the surrounding villages had long since decayed. Any spirit that fed upon humans or human emotion or pain would have left in search of easier prey, or so I had thought. As I searched for the moss spirit that had brought me to the depths of that mine, I began to wonder if the legends were true after all. If the spirit, or whatever it was that had driven away the miners, could reside there still. In my mind, I began to hear the whispers in the dark and the screams and cries of those who lost their lives ages ago. Ages ago. Sky. Yes, you weirdo, Sky. What are you doing here? What's this way? Fight me. A cluster of graves lies before you. Read one of the inscriptions. Revered ancestor Jianzi. You got a marker above your head like you want to talk.
Vengeance will be mine! That cheating, lying sow, sullying the Ren name and dragging it in the dirt like this, putting me in the dirt! Ren Fang, if I ever get my claws on you, I'll leave you a stinking, bloated corpse!
Who are you talking about?
The whore of a wife who left me to die, who killed me, poisoned me in my own house. When I find her...
You're dead. You can't do anything now.
Oh, but I can. I can find her and tear her to shreds. I'll scatter her bones to the corners of the earth. But first, I need to find my way out of this damnable cemetery. No matter which way I turn, I always end up back here.
Yeah, that's because you're dead. I could find your wife for you.
Find her. Bring her to me. Let me kill her and draw the last agonizing breaths from her body, and you will have my eternal gratitude.
Yeah, what are you gonna give me? You're a ghost.
Most likely, she's still at our old home. It's in the market district near the entrance to the Black Leopard School. Find her and bring her to me.
It's like, I don't want to kill all these ghosts. It's like, what if we can solve it another way? Cluster of graves lies before you. Read one of the inscriptions. Chongzi wished for too much life, for too much in life, the Emperor's justice. And now he's dead. Hello? Ow. Sky, where the fuck are you? No. Oh. It's like, where is he? Tomb of the Masses. Let's put, is that a mass grave? Is that a mass grave? Before we do that, let's go get your wife, so she can explain why she murdered you. Or are you blaming? Oh my god. I got this, don't worry about it, Sky. Okay. I have a feeling it's going to continue like that. Well, I started this. That was sort of weird to see. Weird to look at. She's cute. Oh no. I almost looked over there for the camera. Again, let me know down in the comments if you like this camera angle better without the green screen here. And yeah. I hope it's better.
Yes. Is there something I can do for you?
You need to come with me. Forgive the interruption, but are you Ren Feng?
Yes. Yes, I am. How do you know my name? Have we met?
No. There is a problem with your husband's spirit.
My husband's spirit? He still curses me in death?
Tell me about how your husband died.
It should never have happened. I was preparing dinner for him, as I normally did, but it burned, so I went and bought some food already prepared. It was the salmon. I knew it smelled odd when I bought it, but the price was right, and I needed it in a hurry, and I'm so ashamed.
It's not your fault.
Yes, it is. No matter what you say, I will live the rest of my life with this guilt. But what pains me more is that his spirit cannot rest. I have tried to visit his grave, but his madness knows no bounds. He seeks to drive me away at all costs. I think he might even try to kill me.
Why don't you explain it to him?
He never listens to me. He doesn't give me a chance, but maybe if you were there with me, could you be there with me? If you believe me, he might listen. Yes, if we went together, he might listen. Can we go now then, to see him?
Yes. Let's do that. Let's go now.
You're back to gloat over this victory of yours, Harpy? Causing my torment and death, is that satisfying to you?
It was bad fish that killed you, not her.
How can you be so certain? How can you believe her after you know what she's done to me?
How was that success?
Because he believes me. He has seen me at our home mourning for you still. Not a day has gone by where I didn't cry over your death. It almost makes me wish you'd have your wish, just so I could be with you again.
Feng, you really do care. Then all this time, my cursing, it was wrong.
Yes, you're both wrong. Now maybe it's time to reward the person who pointed it out.
Yes, you are deserving of such a reward for showing me how wrong I was. All that was left of mine is now yours.
But what about her?
You killed me, but I see now in those eyes I fell in love with that you didn't mean to and that it pains you greatly. I forgive you, Feng.
Ah!
Thank you for what you have done, for both of us. In time, I hope I can repay you your kindness.
Anyway. What's in here? Damn it. Oh, leave me alone. You stand no chance. Go to him. I got it, man. You don't need to worry. I got it covered, Sky. Another spirit. Two spirits. Yes, I'm sure.
Is someone there?
Am I? Hey.
You. What do you want? Have you come to torture me more? Have you come to see me suffer here unavenged? No one cries for Merchant Bai.
Why are you causing trouble?
You can understand? You don't run in terror like the rest. Instead, you talk to me. Perhaps you can help.
Well, you're dead, so.
I was a merchant in life. Not a rich one, but I made enough to survive. I sold mostly to the poorer sections of the city. My goods weren't the finest, but they were practical. At the time, there were a pair of brothers, Seet Su and Si Ran, who were the terror of the streets. They extorted money and goods from everyone. They tried to extort from me.
What did you do?
When I wouldn't give them what they wanted, they decided to make an example of me. They killed me and mutilated me, and left me dead in that alley. They terrorized the city for weeks after that, but they were finally run down. That might have been where it ended, just as done, but it wasn't. They were buried here, with me. Their deaths, execution by beheading, were harsh enough that they have risen again. My spirit cannot rest quiet with them here. Even now in death, they mock me and torment me as they did in my final moments of life. They drive me mad.
Sucks. If I help you, will you rest peacefully?
Yes. If my killers are at least removed from this world, their spirits will no longer torment me. You must find a way to defeat them and drive them from this place. They were common criminals, so they were not given a normal burial. They were dumped in a communal grave underground to the south. I'm sure you can find them. Thank you, stranger. If you can truly help me, if you do, I'll show you something that even Shen hasn't found yet.
Is Shen the guy who is the caretaker of this place? This is quite a temple. Bright lights. And these floating spirits like this little girl are very, very distracting. Takes you out of the moment.
Bring me my baby! My baby, please, where is he? Where has Shen taken him?
Shen again. What has Shen done with your baby?
He took him from me. And after so little time, he was
months old when that monster ripped him away from me.
That's awful.
Please find my baby. Bring him back to me. Let me know how he's doing.
Your baby was a boy?
Yes, my darling little boy. He was so pretty when he was born. And so quiet, too. His blue little face. Please, you have to help me find him. Shen must know where he is. That abominable little man took him from me. Kill him, torture him, whatever you need. Just find my baby.
I'll speak with Shen.
Find that hideous little man and bring the truth out of him however you can.
I just want to let you know that this is very hard to say. I don't really know how to word this for you. But you said that your baby's face was blue when it was born. That could be one of two things. One, like, this genetic screw up, that happens. And I think that's through, like, inbreeding. You can look that stuff up. That's real. And the other one is death. That it was born dead. So, like a miscarriage. I'm sorry. I'll help you in any way I can. But you disappeared. Oh God, what is happening? All right, I am going to take a quick break again. And then we are going to finish this up. All right, and I'm back. So, spirits. May the spirits watch over us all. What do we do about that? Anybody want to fight? It's official. You suck. Suck. Who is this guy? Tomb of the Forgotten Scholar. We can go in here. Hello. Hello.
No, we can't allow that to happen. It would be too much to bear. But this poor wretch isn't much good either. No, not at all. But what else is there? What else is there? Work, damn you, work! Huh? What do you want? You can't have me, corpse. Not yet.
Who are you?
You're not dead.
No shit.
I'm sorry, I just panicked. I thought you were some spirit here for revenge.
I mean, I am. How do you know I'm not a spirit?
Well, my incense didn't drive you away, but mostly it's because I can't see through you. My research has shown that virtually all spirits, especially those whose bodies can no longer support themselves, return as incorporeal beings. It means you can see through them.
Right. What would a spirit want revenge for?
Ah, well, my work, you see, while very important, may upset some of those spirits not fully at peace.
What are you doing here?
I am conducting my research. I am a doctor by trade, studying the internals of the body and the energies that drive it. But lately, I have come on hard times. My daughter, Wen Siwei, has fallen ill, and nothing in my previous training could help me with what ails her. Her liver has been rotted from within, corrupted by some energy I have never encountered before.
Alcohol? Some energy?
I don't know what it is, but it has prevented her liver from functioning. Now her body no longer responds. I fear she is dying.
Liver cancer?
I could not stand the possibility of her loss, so I took matters into my own hands. I researched the workings of the body and the spirit, as well as the lore of the creatures that live beyond death. I believe I have found a way to save my daughter, but I have not been successful in my efforts.
What do you have to do?
I have found a way to strengthen, no, to replace the corrupt flesh of one living creature with that of another.
Transplant.
Through the energies of the earth and by the divine will of heaven, her body can be made to accept the organ as if it were a part of her. She can be given a new life. But these cursed, wretched corpses do nothing for me. They are too old, too dead. Their organs are rotted beyond repair, even the ones recently buried. I need something else, something more. Either one that is perfectly preserved or one that is fresh. Her time is drawing near. If I cannot get a new organ for her soon, I fear it may be too late.
Boom. Why not give her your own liver?
I would give anything to see her saved, but my techniques are much more advanced than any normal doctor could comprehend. I must do the operation myself, or find a savant of such skill that I would feel safe giving them control.
Then I'll have to find a liver for you.
I need a liver that has been perfectly preserved. Even a short time after death, the flesh begins to decay. Only a few rare bodies are truly well preserved. I have tried all the organs I could find, but none work. A nobleman here, Jizin, had his body preserved well enough and buried in this graveyard, but his corpse has moved.
I'll find the preserved nobleman for you.
Thank you. Whatever I can give you in reward, I will. Please hurry. The nobleman was buried in one of the larger tower tombs closer to the entrance. I tried to enter, but his corpse had risen, covered in the protective wrappings he was buried in. I would not have survived. Please, get the liver from him quickly.
He's mad. And this is your daughter? You guys are just hanging out in a tomb? Like, well, this is as good a place as any. At least when you die, then you're just going to be sitting here. So, perfect. Scroll stand. Oh, the nature of the spirit, volume 2. So it goes backwards. One encounter brought vividly to mind was deep in a mine along the ridges near the land of howling spirits. I was searching for a spirit I had seen the previous day, a spirit of moss and fungus that dwelt in this abandoned mine. Years earlier, the mines were so prosperous that several communities depended on them for their livelihood. But collapses, fires, and unexplained disappearances in the mines led people to become more and more fearful of them. A local monk ventured in one night after hearing a disturbance, and he was never seen again. Thereafter, miners repeatedly reported hearing screams in the deepest tunnels in the voice of that young monk. Just gonna take everything from you, monk gem. Damn it. That's not even good. You again. Okay. Come on. Like he just moves back enough. I need more. Goes up there. What's up there? There are some looters. Okay.
They tried to take from me, and they died. I feasted on their souls. Such is the evil I was in life, and am again in death. The underworld has no place for me. Jin lives.
Just what I was looking for. Who are you?
I am evil incarnate. A man so vicious and vile that the spirits deemed me unfit to pass into death, and cursed me into this wretched form. Jin lives, indeed. Now I feed on the flesh and souls of the living, in payment for my vanity. My perfect body is a testament to my crimes. My very touch spreads my corruption.
You have a chance to repent for your sins.
A chance to repent. Can it be that after all this time, after years of living death, I am given this one chance to make something right? What is this chance you speak of, mortal? What is this false hope you dangle before me?
I need your liver to save a young girl.
A girl? After so long, a girl? But I'm a vile and corrupt being, forever damned by the life I led, set here in this wretched form to walk forever.
If one is willing, there is always the chance for redemption.
Redemption? For one such as me? I think not. My life was spent in greed and vanity and corruption. Even in death, I sought to preserve my perfect form. For one whose madness and evil progress even into death? No, there is no hope for me. None at all. And you stand here mocking me for it?
If you save her life, you may be redeemed.
Ah, the temptation. Yes. So much logic, so much philosophy. But who knows what the heavens will truly decide in the end? But for the chance, and it is a girl, so young, I can taste her pain and suffering lingering about you, so like my own. The blood is thick in my veins, a solid mass where fluid used to flow, now dried and brittle. But the heart still stirs, and it can be moved, though tears no longer flow. My life has been wasted on my own sins, and in death, I have nothing except them. This young thing, this girl, she still deserves life. If my end means this girl lives, then may the heavens look kindly upon me, even though I know they won't. If damnation is my fate, then let it be worth something in the end. Take what you need, mortal.
Preserve liver, run! There's nothing to loot here. You guys are dead. You're all dead. So right. Run, 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 run. Do not. I was going to say, do not fight me again, please. Hey!
It can't be done. It can. Why not? It's a perfectly reasonable assumption. There's no reason why it shouldn't. No! It has to work! It has to! Have you managed to find some way to help me?
I have a preserved liver.
You do? Thank you, thank you. Yes, it looks like it's been preserved well enough. I am amazed that you managed to get this intact. Now I must begin quickly. Her life energy is fading fast.
So, I've played Surgeon Simulator. Pretty easy. Dunk.
It looks like the operation has worked. She should be safe now. Her breathing has slowed and her heart rate is returning to normal levels. It will be some time before she can stand on her own again. But I'm certain she will make it. Not here, though. Not in this place of death. Thank you, stranger, for what you have done for me. As I promised, I will give you all that I have left. Everything else was spent in pursuit of this dream.
Why would you save some for some food?
To a place where she can heal. You have my eternal gratitude for what you have done.
You may not like it, considering the fact that the guy's flesh was rotting.
Thank you for what you have done. I have been redeemed in my own eyes and in the eyes of heaven. Peace indeed can come to any soul.
All right. God damn it. Well, go forward, damn it. Move your ass. Give me that blue orb. You're the one with the daughter. What's over here? What's over here?
Well, this is certainly foreboding. You really have to work to get this level of menace into a building.
Yeah, well, let's actually take a look at it. Oh, well, yeah. It is pretty spiky. Pagoda. And we got a scroll stand. The Nature of the Spirit, Volume 5. Okay. So we still need 4 and 1 and... Yeah, we already read 3 and 2. So 1, 4. Yeah. It is clear to me now that what manner of creatures these spirits are, and it is also clear what their goals are. For all that their lies portray them to be. For all that their lies portray them to be. The celestial bureaucracy is nothing more than the subjugation of man by the eternal beings of that court. The dweller has known me many things, many dark and terrible truths I could not have seen before, but which are clear to me now. When I return, I know that they will say, the Emperor, the one closest to heaven, is their tool, their puppet. I know they will send him against me, fearing the power of my knowledge. Oh yes, I know they will burn my works, but I must make copies, as the dweller said, spreading my dark knowledge far enough that it will never be destroyed. Remember this, reader. To a spirit, any spirit, the life of a human is worthless. We are tools and toys for their amusement alone. Morbid. Open your doors! Damn it, Sky. Blessing board. Recessed hatch. This large tomb is marked with a simple carved blessing board. The dust around the tomb lid looks disturbed, but you see no way to open it at this time. And the stairs are out. All right. Well,
I suppose an emperor deserves a tomb like this, if anyone does, but I'd prefer a simple memorial.
what am I looking at? Alrighty, alrighty. We are going to pick this up in the next episode here. We still have places to discover, things to do. So, headbutt that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And comment down below about the Jade Empire or this episode in general, and like what do you think about this and all that. Like we we went to the Black Leopard School and learned some styles and fought some people, and now we are in the graveyard here of this great city, purging it of all the spirits that are malicious, but not doing it by violent means, but by doing it by redemption means. So, yes, more of that in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching today. In the opposite corner is going to be the Jade Empire playlist, and below that will be Mass Effect 2. Don't forget to join me on Mass Effect Mondays at 4 p.m. Pacific Time for Mass Effect Monday live streams, where we are playing Mass Effect, because that's what we do. And I hope to see you there. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Widow Nebula, out.